That sounded sexy.
Tastes like oatmeal.
Is that how you get oddly oatmeal? What did you have for breakfast?
Oatmeal.
Oh yeah, this son-of-a-bitch back here went and got IHOP pancakes. I just want to bring this up now in the video. It didn't bring me any. He's like, man, those Cinnamon Toast Crunch pancakes were amazing. We also got Lucky Charms one. Tagged me in it.
I posted it.
I like that you fat shame me, but you won't give me the fat stuff when you go and get it.
Hey,
There's images right here.
I'm going.
Just letting you know.
I'm going next week. You want some, Steve?
Tells you,
Yeah, I'm going Thursday again to get some. I'm gonna try.
especially with this virus, we might not even have work. So yeah, definitely, I'll be down. Well, then again, IHOP might be closed, so we might have a problem with that. Listen to Bridges with the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnaz.
And today I'll be going over the X Plus Godzilla 1971. I don't think this is the Rick version because there's
Nothing cool about it.
there's no markings, but he comes with extra stuff, so it always confused me.
What's the extra stuff?
So if I have Rick in the title, it's a Rick. If there's no Rick in the title, don't worry about it. It comes with an eye cover for when he gets his eye damaged, and then he has the Hedorah orbs, like when he's holding on to him.
You think that would be Rick then, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. No. There's no stickies.
Oh, that background's kind of cool in the back.
Yeah, so you guys already saw the entire package. There's some legal mumbo jumbo down here. The main reason we're just finally decided to do this guy's video is because I've had him for like over a year now. Actually, like a year and a half. And we've never done a review. He's also the only X Plus we've never done a review for on this channel.
Like you're sliding.
That I own anyways.
Well, technically, I don't think we have too many reviews of X Pluses on this channel. The other one's a different story.
I guess in general.
Yeah.
Because well, I guess we never really reviewed the Gridman either. Now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, like a Destroying the Valley video, so kind of counts. But anyways, we're going to go over this bad boy. He is from the film Godzilla vs. Hedorah, or you might know as Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster.
One of the good movies, actually.
It's okay.
Yeah, the message sucked, but the monster's cool.
It's a very trippy movie. But the fight scenes are kind of interesting. Then he flies in it, which I wish they make make me a D4 reel of him flying.
Oh, God, D4 reels are...
Like, I would buy those if they made, like, the fun D4 reels. Like, I did a D4 reel of 73 on his tail doing the kicking attack.
Kangaroo kick?
Yep, and I need 65 doing the moon jumping dance. I know there's a name, but it slips my mind.
Can I get like D4 reel of a Godzilla just with his hands up in the air and lightning striking him, you know?
You need like him sleeping and getting struck by lightning from Sea Monster.
No, you gotta make it cool. He's like looking up in the sky, his arms like up, you know, and just lightning's coming down towards him.
Oh, you mean like Mecha Godzilla?
Yeah.
Is that it? That's like where he's like the prelude to the magnetic powers?
Yeah.
But anyway, since he's already out of his cardboard prison, let's get into him. That's another way Godzilla out of his cardboard prison. For his accessories, I guess we'll start with a pair of arms holding on to the Hedorah orbs. Which...
It's like Hedorah eyeballs.
Kinda? They're like little egg sacs, if you will. Detailed very nicely, like they look gross. They look like caved in eggs.
That's the biggest pair Godzilla would ever hold.
Right. At least he has a pair, though. Although, to be fair, grabbing Godzilla, they would be kind of big, wouldn't they? Well, then again, like, he's been around for how long now? Like, as per they say, as you get older, they do get bigger, so.
But radiation is like steroids for him, so they would just shrink.
Sad day, indeed. And that's just a pair of Godzilla hands. One's definitely more dirty looking than the other. This one here has a little bit more like brownish gray going on with it. Also kind of seems on the smaller side, the way the nails are. Like, these fingers definitely seem a little more elongated. A little bit.
Something.
Like, it's actually kind of throwing me off looking at them by side. Arms aren't too bad. But I'll show you guys how to attach these onto these, because once I get these onto Godzilla, they're not coming off. So we'll go over Godzilla first, and then I'll show you guys how to pop these on. And as you can see, I've never opened it, but Godzilla comes with an eye patch. This I'll probably wait to show you guys once we get go over Godzilla's details.
You start opening that right now. You piqued my interest.
But I gotta rips it open because it's stuck and taped. And again, once it gets on Godzilla, I think I'm just gonna leave him that way. So we'll come back. Anyways, going over a closer look at Godzilla's details. Head sculpt is beautiful. Well, 71 beautiful. Never was my favorite.
Why does the jaw look crooked?
Because that's 71.
He looks like he got punched by Mike Tyson. Like, look at that shit.
Well, yeah, he's been kind of abused at this point. We also had Gabra. Oh, yeah, Gabra previously. So he had that fight with Gabra. He got kind of messed up because of that. Cough, cough. And now we have this film in particular. But I think they captured the head sculpt really nice on it, especially like the side profile, I think is pretty spitting. Granted, the front's always never been like that appealing for this Godzilla, I feel, but it still looks pretty accurate. You got his little nose here, and there's actually a lot of depth to his nostrils, which is kind of cool. Eyes look very nice, got a little glossy finish over top of them. I kind of think it's still weird, though, when you look at him from this angle, he almost has like a hybrid between the 65 and the Son of Godzilla suit. Like here,
Isn't this a different suit?
I'll tell you 100%. But like the way the eyebrows are, and it's a little bit more raised on the top of the head here, it kind of gives me that Son of Godzilla feel. But with the shape of his jaw, it's a little more 65, like Cookie Monster.
I was going to say, yeah, his jaw kind of disturbs me.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a blend of the pair. Teeth are done in a nice bone color and some fleshy tones on the inside of the mouth. You can see his little... We'll sort of see his tongue back there. It might be a little bit hard for you guys. Then moving down the rest of the Kaiju here. Chest looks pretty nice. There is some ugly seam lines on the arms, but that is mainly because they are removable. And there's got to be seam lines somewhere, man. Also, I will say this Godzilla has tiny little hands. He's got like little baby hands.
He has T-Rex hands.
A little bit. There's a little bit of a paint issue on the nail here. Well, like right at the top of the nail. It looks like some of the paint transferred to the top section, and you get a little bit of black shading at the base of the nail that it becomes the more bone color towards the top. More of a bright bone color, I should say. And then coming around to the other side, I guess the hands look kind of accurate because even looking at them at this angle, the hands look a little different to me. Like these ones kind of line up while this hand doesn't so much.
Maybe that's why the other hands are a little weird too.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking looking at him at these angles. Like this looks symmetrical, yeah. This looks a little fudged up, which I could believe. Like the suit isn't going to be perfect.
I guess when you put him with the other hands and eye patch, we'll figure it out, huh?
Right. I also will say that this Godzilla doesn't look jacked at all.
No, he's definitely a Godzilla.
Well, I was going to say dad bod, but yeah, I got a little bit of muscle definition, thank you. It ain't crazy.
A little bit, I mean...
He's got a tumor coming down the front of his stomach.
I was going to say, yeah, never mind.
That's really...
I was going to say that's a one-pack, but no, that looks more like a tumor.
Yeah, just a bit. But the way he shapes in the back here, he's definitely fairly elongated at the legs here. And they're actually a little bit skinny. Like, there's just, like, nothing really, like, physically impressive about this Godzilla. Which, again, fairly accurate for the times, because this Godzilla isn't nearly as intimidating as a lot of the other Godzillas.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, like, at this point, he's become more, like, child-friendly. So, like, the suit isn't going to scare as many kids. The original suit scared kids. I can't say it ever scared me, but you can let me know in the comment section below. I guess 85 was a little bit terrifying when I first saw it. A little bit. Like, when he stomped Bambi, it kind of disturbed me a little bit as a kid. I ain't gonna lie. But for the dorsal spines, very nice as well. Done in a more whitish gray color for around the spikes. And then basic skin color for the base of the dorsal spines. And then you got the 3 segmenting sections on the back here, which goes pretty much down to here on the tail, and then it just becomes one that goes all the way to the tip. And the nice thing is they're actually painted all the way to the tip as well.
Hey, they put in a little extra effort on this guy.
Which is good. You get a seam line at the tail here. This is where you would have to attach the tail to the figure, because originally this wouldn't have been on the figure inside the package, but you just heat up the base of the tail here with a hairdryer, and then you just pop the tail in. If you have a little bit of a problem, stick this part of the tail in the freezer.
Freezer?
Yeah, it helps to stiffen it better. And then heat this up, and then...
Usually the cold kind of, shrinks it for me, not stiffens it, but whatever.
Remember, you've seen these, you don't have to worry about it. And then for his feet, finally, he has his 3 toes. The toenails are painted very nicely as well, with some copyright information on the bottom of the foot. And I also want to point out that there is no articulation on this figure whatsoever. Like, you kind of wave him a little bit. That's really about it. Alright, so for this next bit, you're going to want to use the hair dryer to heat up around the arms just to loosen them up a little bit. So.
La la la. Hey Steve, how's your day?
Not too shabby, not too shabby indeed.
How was work?
Yeah, it was okay. Could have been better, could have been worse.
Any weird people there tonight?
Oh, of course. Alright, so now, it should just hopefully pop off.
Make sure it doesn't pop off at the elbow section. You want it to...
Yeah, I was going to say it's a little stiff still. Oh, there we go.
That doesn't sound healthy.
Now, while it's hot, this arm? This arm. Pop this bad boy in.
Go, Stevie, go. Oh, you almost had it.
Oh, come on. So close. Fit in the hole. For the love of God. 1 down, 1 to go. Whew.
Okay, now the arms actually kind of match because of his weirdly shaped body.
Right? Alright, so those are in. Looks like it seems pretty well attached. Get the eyeball on now. Alright, so like I said, I haven't put this on yet, but hopefully...
It actually looks kind of cool. It's not sticking in, though.
Okay, I can see this thing...
Falling off easily. Like,
like so.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I found it. Right, so
that's some sticky tack, Steve.
Maybe it's supposed to be that way? Which way does this hook in? I feel like I had it right the first time. Because the first time it kind of lined up really nice. But
sure you're in the right eye, Steve.
100%. Okay, that feels a little... Alright, it's in, but...
It looks cool.
Yeah, I was like, it looks good, but just be forewarned, any decent movement will probably pop that thing back out. Arms look nice, though. Actually, I like it with the orbs in. Like, it's very accurate looking for the scene, but I feel like if you don't have a Hedorah, there isn't really that much of a reason to have him posing like this. Now, granted, I have the landform, so it sort of works. But I think if you have, like, an actual Hedorah figure, it works a little better. To be honest, actually, the landform probably works actually really nicely because he's, like, on all fours, and you're like, hey, got your orbs.
Steve?
Yeah?
Happy Friday the 13th, Steve. I forgot.
It is Friday the 13th. We should do a Jason video. I'm not going to get it out today, though. Son of a bitch. Every quick comparisons here, we have the Rick Godzilla 1971, the Large Monster Series, which, yes, we figured it out, so it's confirmed, at least comparison-wise anyways. But here we have them next to the 25cm landing Hedorah, and my custom little factory building I made, which we did a tutorial. Card will be up there for it on the channel. And here he is next to some 30cm X Plus figures with Mechagodzilla in 1975 and Titanosaurus. And here he is next to the X Plus 25cm Gabra and the Bandai Metal Build Evangelion Unit 2, whose review will be coming out sometime in the near future. And for some random comparisons, here he is with the Lantern Queen Alien and the Square Enix Spitter Alien from Alien Colonial Marines, who still refuses to take off that dress. And here he is with the SH Monster Shin Godzilla and the Mattel Jurassic World Amber Collection Charlie. So overall, for the 1971 X Plus Godzilla, this guy's pretty sweet. I wouldn't say he's my favorite in my collection, but he's probably the most unique in terms of the amount of accessories he has.
I was going to say, yeah, he has like a lot of things that I don't like about him, like his jaw and stuff like that, like his little weak body. It's not fit up to Arnold's standards, but he's unique in a good way.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's mainly just like suit preferences. Like, I've never really liked the suit that much, but I really like Hedorah, so it was like, since I bought Hedorah, I felt like I needed the Godzilla to go with it.
You're such a completionist, Steve.
In that regards, like, if I buy one thing for a movie, I kind of want everything for that movie, and then he kind of kills two birds with one stone because he still works with Gabra too.
Yeah, that is true.
My only issue is when I picked him up, I spent like $270 for him.
What?
Yeah, I got him at G-Fest. So he's a little bit pricey, but then again, he's already was out for a little bit. It's a large monster series, so it was pretty much like he didn't really have a stateside release, so I was going to pay money for him regardless.
You hurt my feelings, Steve.
At that price, I'd say he's like, to me, I don't feel like I got ripped off. Like, again, I feel like I've gotten a lot of better values for X Pluses, but like, for what it's worth, if you guys could get them for somewhere around that price range, I think it's still worth it.
Well, how
I
much?
definitely wouldn't go over 3.
How much is he now?
I'd say probably still around the same.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen people selling them, and I haven't really seen them for much higher. Like, I could probably put them on eBay, maybe get a little bit more for them. But outside of that, I will say you have to really like that movie, though, to pick this one up now. Like, if you're not a big fan of Godzilla versus Hedorah, this is an easy X Plus to pass on. Because there just isn't really, like, that much impressive about the figure other than just the accessories. Which you only really need the accessories if you really like the movie.
Yeah.
Or if you like Godzilla's Revenge, then he makes a nice standard for that film. What do you guys think? If you guys picked up this figure, what did you think of Godzilla vs. Hedorah? Is legendary just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments. We also have an Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, and Facebook. If you guys like to keep up to date with the channel and donate, would greatly appreciate it. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.